Hey guys, John here. I recently had the opportunity to go to Montana for Expedition Overland's grand opening of their 500-acre overland ranch. This place, guys, was magical. It is so freaking cool. And in this video, I want to break down my experience there and also give you guys the vision that Expedition Overland has for this just incredible property. Thank you guys again for having me out. This place was so cool. I stayed in one of the little cabins that they have. So they actually have cabins for people if they're hosting events and stuff, weddings, off-road stuff, whatever they have lodging on site. You could obviously also, if you brought your own vehicle, I really wanted to bring my Tacoma, but just a very far drive for a weekend trip. But they also have multiple camping sites there on the property as well. Again, it's over 500 acres. This place is so big that they have their own airstrip where a couple people actually flew in for the event. Like, total flex, that's absolutely awesome. Plus hundreds of acres of off-road trails, which we were able to take the Trailhunter that Toyota provided up on these trails very early morning. So we followed Clay and them in their first edition Land Cruiser that they have completely built out, and we went up in their little mountains back behind like the whole central area of the ranch. So the ranch is kind of divided up into two areas. You have like the main kind of hosting spots where all the vendors are, the campsites, the hub, the roadhouse, all that stuff down in the bottom. And then the whole back half, maybe even more than half of the property in the back, is just all trails. And they're putting more trails into this area. Probably as I'm making this video right now, they're out there making more trails. But it's really cool that I got to have some more seat time in the Trailhunter, going throughout the trails that they have in their back part of their property. Stunning views, guys. It's absolutely insane. You got to see the Missouri River while we were up there too. Just breathtaking views. I can only imagine how this place looks like in the wintertime too, with a bunch of snowfall and stuff. And there were some fires going on, so the skies weren't as clear, but man, incredible property. After we were done off-roading and stuff too, got to really enjoy the day. They had some vendors and whatnot there. It was a kind of a little impromptu event, right? Not like there was planning that went involved, but it was kind of like a soft opening, I should say. Like, think of it more as a soft opening. I actually sat in a class at the lab to learn a little bit more about Onyx Off-Road. They are a sponsor here on the channel, so I wanted to learn even more about the brand that I've been promoting because I use it myself, but I wanted to learn just a little bit more about their brand. Link in description if you guys want a discount on Onyx Off-Road. And then later that evening at the hub, which is just this massive, beautiful kind of cabin-y wood lodge just building, they had a movie out on the lawn. After Clay and Rochelle and the team were answering a bunch of Q&A from the whole audience and stuff, they showed us a movie while out on the lawn. The weather was absolutely perfect for it and stuff, and just the turnout that they had for this soft opening was just so cool. It was so cool. People got to drive around Toyota vehicles. They got to go to the vendor stuff. They had multiple classes at the lab. They had food trucks and everything too. So I mean, just the whole community coming together and just hanging out. So for me, I was there a couple days. I stayed in one of the cabins, like I said. I also got to experience the roadhouse where they provided food for us. That was my spot to get my coffee early in the morning and whatnot too. Just the renovations that they did with this already kind of thriving property, I guess, and making it their own and making it better were just done so well. It was really, really nice to see. Now, their vision for the rest of this property is very cool. It's very cool because we see overland and off-road and all this stuff on Instagram all the time, right? And it's probably a little, not overwhelming for people, but people want to get into it, but they don't really know like how. They know that they need to buy a vehicle and do this stuff, but like, what are the tiers? Like, if you're about to go out on a long adventure, like, what necessities do you need? So basically what this ranch is gonna do for the team is it's gonna act as a place to where they can host events, where they can have beginner courses for overlanding. They can have certification courses for people. Companies as well, like GMC, already hosted an event out there with their bigger like overland trucks and stuff, so they're gonna be able to host events. Maybe Toyota one day will have an event at that place where we can go off-roading and all their courses and stuff with like a future vehicle. I don't know, like that stuff would be really cool for them to host. But basically, it's bringing the whole off-road overland community together, giving them this place of comfort to do basically like you have no idea what the heck you're doing with a vehicle, to at the end of the weekend feeling like somewhat of a professional, because you would start off in the lab going over whatever you need to learn, right? Whether it's recovery, whether it's first aid stuff, whether it's traversing the globe in an overland vehicle, you're in the lab. And then they have a couple courses. They have the big main course that, you know, you're a little bit more of an expert with different trails and stuff, big, huge vertical drop downs and whatnot. They have that. And then they also have a little smaller course, right? Learning the ins and outs of the truck, learning crawl control, how to use a rear locker in your vehicle. If it has a sway bar disconnect, how to do that stuff. Maybe things even as simple as just putting the truck in the 4-low, right? So not everyone's an expert, and that is what I like about their community, is they're acknowledging that people need to learn. And that's what they want this whole property to be for people, along with giving them to like events like this, right? Just a fun place for everyone to come to, hang out, eat some good food, watch some movies on the lawn, camp there if you want to in your own vehicles, camp in a cabin if you want to camp in a cabin. It's just a very cool atmosphere, a very cool vibe, and I'm so thankful that they invited me out for that. But also, I'm so impressed with what they've built. It's very, very cool to see them just grow all these years, right? And then to buy this like 500-acre incredible property in Montana, and still like want to give more and more and more to the community. I love that about people, man. Like when you think people reach the top, like those are great people. When they reach the top, they're not at the top, right? To some people, they think, oh, well, they did this, they don't need to do any more. No, now they're wanting to give everything back to the community, and that was very apparent this past weekend with them as well when I was there. It was just some of the answers that, or questions that people asked in the Q&A and stuff, just humbled responses and everything. Their whole team was great. All the kids that they've raised in that area, just very respectful and stuff too. So it was just really incredible. And of course, me being a Toyota fan, getting to drive the Trailhunter, see their first edition Land Cruiser all built up, see some of their own ex-Overland vehicles and other people's vehicles as well too. There were some very clean trucks sitting in the parking lot. I was like, gosh dang. There was this one Salsa Red first gen Tundra, and I'm like, am I making the wrong decision buying this Voodoo Blue when that Salsa Red Tundra is just looking so clean and so good? I don't know. But guys, that was my experience. It was really cool. I'm gonna leave now some of the off-roading content that we did here in the video. So guys, I appreciate y'all watching. Definitely check out their page, their Instagram page. Follow along. They'll have stuff there for future events and whatnot if you guys are local in the area, or if you feel like driving like a lot of people did for this event. But X-Overland, guys, thank you so freaking much. It was incredible. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. All right, see you later. Scrape the pretty truck. You guys took GM full sizes though?
We did.
Jeez. So then little Tacoma's kind of like, yeah, you could get down.
Yeah.
Looking good. A little more coming down. Coming up on rear. Perfect. Cut it hard this way.